Watford's last 10 years haven't been easy. They've been promoted and relegated twice in that time span. However, despite losing some key players over the last 3 years, they're currently sat inside the top 10. And I want to help Watford continue this push for promotion. So today that's exactly what I'm going to do by becoming their new manager, with the goal of creating a phenomenal team, getting Watford back into the Premier League, and then making them the world's best club. And there we go, guys, I'm officially in charge of Watford, and this is the team I've inherited in season number 1, and truth be told, I think this is going to be way easier than I thought. For starters, majority of our best players are in their mid-20s. We have youngsters like Rocco Vate, Kwadwo Bar, and Georgie Chakvetadze that we can build this team around. And we've got 10 million in the budget. But it's not all positive. I mean, we do have a fair amount of old players in this team, 2 of which, Angelo Ogbonna and Musa Sissoko, are starting 11 caliber. And we've got a stupid loan situation there at some point we're going to have to sort out. Because we've got 2 strikers on loan to us right now and 2 strikers currently out on loan. So right now we've literally got no decent strikers. But regardless of all that, I stand by what I said earlier. I feel like this is going to be quite easy to make this Watford side the world's best team. Now, as usual, before we do anything, we're sorting our tactics out, but this time I might surprise you with what I've got planned, because I'm keeping the formation as it is with a counter-attacking build-up style and an insanely deep line. I mean, with a 3 at the back, you can't be too careful. However, as you can see from how we've got the players set up, it's a little bit all over the place, but there is a method to this madness. It's essentially a 5 at the back formation with our right midfielder and left midfielders acting as the full-backs going up and down. We got a box-to-box midfielder, deep line playmaker, 2 shadow strikers and an advanced forward. I'm absolutely positive this is going to work. And as it stands right now, I feel like this is our strongest team by a country mile, which fills me with a lot of confidence. Because if we spend this 10 million properly, we could properly push for promotion. But before we think about where we want to put this money, there's something else I want to take care of. And that's this age situation that we've got in the team. Now, granted, there's only like 5 or 6 players in their 30s, but the sooner we sort this out, the better we'll be long term. So I've put all of our Goldie Oldies on the transfer list, and I'm also loaning out a couple of our youngsters because I know for a fact that at Watford this season, they're not going to get game time. And there we go, guys. I'd actually argue we've done pretty well getting rid of all these players. Now, granted, Ogbonna didn't have any interest, and we simply could not get rid of Ngakia, but we've now got 16 million in our budget, and trust me when I say I can get us promoted with that money, because looking at this team, I feel there's only 2 positions we actually need to improve to make that happen. One of which is that striker position, because quite frankly, guys, we've got 5 strikers, 2 of them are on loan to us who aren't even that decent, and 2 of them are out on loan from us and they're even worse. And the second position is that keeper role, because if we are serious about pushing for promotion this year, we need a stronger goalkeeper than Daniel Buchman. And guys, I know exactly who to go for. Victor Johansson from Stoke City, mid-20s, 74 rated. Great stats as well, to be fair, and in my opinion, he's the sole reason that Stoke City aren't rock bottom of the Championship right now. And for the total sum amount of 4.4 million, he's going from a relegation scrap with Stoke City to a promotion fight with Watford. And now all we need is a striker, and this team, in my opinion, is complete. And after searching for ages, I finally found the player I want. Emmanuel Omega from Strasbourg, 21, 73 overall, 6'5". And I know what you're thinking, he's playing top division French football. Why would he join Watford in the Championship? Well, for starters, Strasbourg aren't doing too well in the French league. Plus, I don't intend on being in the Championship for too long with this Watford team either. And if we sign Omega, I'm pretty confident that it'll take us only 1 season to get from the Championship to the Premier League. And thankfully, guys, he indeed agreed, as we've just spent 6 million to sign him on a 5-year contract. And now that we've signed Johansson and Omega on long-term deals, that's our transfer window done and dusted. And this is how we are looking now going into season 1. And I do feel like we're going to smash it this year, but if we don't, I do feel like I'd understand why. For starters, we're being kind of risky with our tactics, especially playing a 3 at the back formation, considering just how easy it is to split that 3 at the back apart. And there's also our youngsters in the team, both Kwadwo Bar and also Rocco Vate. They're certainly the weakest links in the team, but they're also the youngest, I feel like I've got to give them a chance. But in all honesty, no matter what happens, I'm kind of excited to see how we actually do, because I feel like this Watford team is pretty damn underrated. So we've just simulated our first season, and these stats look nothing short of fantastic. Guys, I feel like we might have cooked. And this team on paper looks even better, guys. I'm telling you lot now, we've definitely at least dented the playoffs. And that's exactly what we've done. We're in the playoffs alongside Luton, Norwich City and West Brom. Could you imagine if we actually get promotion in season 1? But it unfortunately wasn't to be. Luton knock us out in the semis 2-1 on aggregate. We remain in the championship for another year. But if this is what we can do in only 12 months in charge of Watford, I've got a strong feeling about the next couple of years. As for the FA Cup, we didn't do too bad. We made it to round 4. But we only made it to round 2 of the Carabao Cup. But with what this team's achieved in the championship this year, we realistically can't get annoyed at what they did in the domestic competitions. But now that this season's done and dusted, we already need to be thinking ahead. How do we take Watford from 6th in the championship to 2nd or 1st? And I think improving our defence is the answer to that. Not necessarily Porteous or Pollock, but maybe Serialta. I mean, he's 28, 71 overall. We're not going to get too much more out of him. We could probably do a replacing Kayembe as well. I mean, he's 27, 73 rated. I don't think he's going to grow too much more either. I mean, you could say we could replace our wingers, but I've got a strong feeling they're going to be our top players in the coming year, because they've already cracked the 70 rateds after one season. But I do think once we replace Kayembe and Serialta, we take Watford from the top 6 to the top 2 in the championship. But before we find out, if you're enjoying this video of Watford so far, drop this vid a big old thumbs up, get it to 1,000 likes for me, and smash that subscribe button if you're new. So here we go, guys, season 2 of Watford, and we've got 14 million this season. And we already know I want a new centre-back and centre midfielder. However, we don't really need to bring in another centre-back, because when I was going through the squad up, I found Kevin Cabana, 21-year-old centre-back who's 72 rated, showing great potential. And it just seems dumb on my part if we don't utilise him to replace Serialta. But there's nobody to replace Kayembe in the squad up, so we're not only replacing him, we're transfer listing him. Alongside Serialta, I want as much money as humanly possible to bring in a proper box-to-box centre midfielder. And that literally didn't take more than a fortnight, guys. Kayembe and Serialta are both gone, which leaves us 21 million to spend on Kayembe's replacement. And trust me, I have found a Maximo Perrone from City, 22, 76 rated, and we can afford him. Now, granted, he does play for Man City, so I bet you're thinking, why on earth would he join us? Well, you've got to consider who his competition is to get game time at City. You've got KDB, Ilkay Gundogan, Mateo Kovacic, Matheus Nunes, and Bernardo Silva, for goodness sake. Whereas here at Watford, he's guaranteed starting 11 minutes, because Imran Luz is the only other centre mid we've got. And thankfully, after sitting down with him, he agreed that this was his best move career-wise, so after spending 15 million, he's just signed for us on a 5-year deal. And even though he is our only signing of season 2, he has vastly improved the quality of this team. I'm telling you guys, do not be surprised if we take it one step further in season 2 and go on to win the championship. So we've made it to the end of season 2, and these stats are even better than last year. Look at Omega, for goodness sake, 28 goals and 5 assists in 50 games. What a season he's had. And on paper, guys, this is a Premier League side just waiting to be one at this point. But if we're to get Premier League football, we got to do it the hard way. We're once again in the playoffs alongside Ipswich, Sheffield United and Sunderland. I mean, we had 92 points, but freaking Palace and Nottingham got over 100. You can't compete with that. But we can compete with Sunderland, as we've annihilated them 6-1 on aggregate. We're playing the Tractor Boys in the final, and we beat them 3-2. We've got Watford Premier League football in only 2 seasons. What did I tell you guys about this team? It's a Premier League side just waiting to be one. And when you look at the bottom half of the Premier League table, there's a lot of teams we can take 6 points from. I'm telling you now, as a newly promoted team, we're going to smash it. There's obviously some improvements that need to be made to make sure that happens. But once we've made those improvements with the additional budget we're going to get because we're a promoted side, I'm telling you, the top flight of English football ain't going to know what to hit it. So here we go, guys. Season 3 of Watford, and we are officially in the Prem. And we've got 42 million to spend this year, and that's actually a bit more than I was expecting. And thankfully, I know exactly where to spend it, because I've been through every single player's development plans in the starting 11, and there's only one that's really stopped growing. going well. And it shouldn't come as a surprise that it's Ryan Porteous. I mean, he's 27 now, 75 rated. He's been a fantastic servant for Watford since I took charge, but now it's definitely time to replace him. But guys, I don't want just any old centre-back. Because we play a 3-at-the-back formation, I want someone that's quite rapid, I want someone that can defend, and more importantly, I want someone that can adapt to the way that we play. Which is why I'm signing Malik Theo from AC Milan, mid-20s, 82 rated. He's got good pace, physicality, and defending as well. And because his contract was expiring, we only had to spend 27 mil to sign him on a 5-year deal, which leaves us with 11 million to spend. But I know what to do with this money as well. I'm going to improve our squad depth with it, guys, and I found these three in the free agents list. They're all decent players and they're all affordable, so why not? And now, not only does our starting 11 look fantastic, so does the bench as well. I mean, already we got our depth pretty covered. I'm telling you now, guys, don't underestimate this Watford team, because I can definitely see a mid-table finish on the cards. So we simulated to the end of season 3, and we are 12th in the Premier League. I literally called it, ladies and gents. And do you know what's actually mental about this? We are only 13 points already outside of the top 6. So maybe in season 4, instead of aiming for a top 10 finish, we aim for European football. As for the FA Cup, it's a stinker. Round 3 against Ipswich. And Wrexham knocked us out of the Carabao Cup. I mean, come on. But on paper, you got to give credit where credit's due. This Watford team has come on leaps and bounds in only 3 years. In stats-wise, as you can see, it's not been bad at all. Ironically, Ianis Hadji is our top goal contributor when he was only brought in for squad depth. But in terms of how we improve this team to get European football, God's honest truth, I'm really not sure. I mean, our keeper Victor Johansson's doing nothing short of amazing right now. And as you can see, the rest of the team is fairly solid. So I think next year it's just a case of being brutal. There's no easy decisions to make with this team next year, but in order to take them to European football, they have to be made. But guys, as we enter season 4, it's disappointing. We've only got 33 million to spend. We're gonna have to take matters into our own hands. I mean, we've got a lot of players who are worth a hell of a lot of money, but we've got to make sure that we're not selling the ones that we actually need in the starting 11. I mean, I don't mind selling Ianis Hadji. We bought him for absolutely nothing, so anything we sell him for is a massive profit. Porteous' time might be up as well. And so is Gallinopoulos'. And so are the rest of the players on this transfer list. Now, I'm not too fussed about our depth being a bit better, because pardon the pun, we can just rebuild that part of the team once we're ready to. But I'm hoping that once we sold all these players, we'll have enough money to make a proper dent in this Watford team to get them to be competing for European football. And after spending just over 2 weeks trying, we have finally sold all these players, and altogether for quite a large sum of money. Because we've now got 69 million to spend. 69. But in all seriousness, that's a lot of money. If we spend it properly on this team, we get them top 6 football. And guys, I've thought about it quite a bit now, and I feel like that money should go on new centre-backs. I mean, we've got Malik Theo, who's mid-20s, 84 rated. He's more than good enough. However, Kevin Caban's development plan stopped growing, and so is Matty Pollock's. And as you can see, defence up, we are actually really solid all round. But if we strengthen our defence, we are going to be a legitimate threat both in the Prem and in Europe. So I'm signing Mario Gilla from Leicester, mid-20s himself, 82 rated, and his contract's expiring. Plus, he's got the perfect stats to be able to adapt to the way we play and play it well. Plus, he's currently in the Championship. He is far too good for that league. I'm also signing Joe Gomez, who's 30, 81 rated, and his contract's expiring too. Plus, just like Mario Gilla, he's got the perfect stats for the way we play. Plus, Burnley are in the Championship, man. The stars are just aligning for this to happen. And just like that, for 41 million combined, our defence is complete. But it's not just that, guys. Mario Gilla's got 85 pace, Theo's got 80, and Joe Gomez has got 82 pace. Our defence is absolutely rapid. But we do still have 22 million to spend, and we're not in a position yet to just throw that money down the drain. So we've got to figure out where to put this money, guys, and honestly, I feel like in order to do that, we're going to have to be brutal. And I think that unfortunately means that Imran loses time and a Watford shirt is up. I mean, he's 28, 79 rated. We're not going to get much more out of it. Sergio Altamira, on the other hand, will get a lot out of, because he's mid-20s himself, 80 rated. He's younger and better than Imran Loser, but he's more expensive because it'll cost a max of 27.5 mil. So I'm offering Imran Loser alongside 13 mil. I know that's over their max asking price, but with player swap deals you can never be too certain, but this time we can be. The deal is done. And so is our transfer window after signing Sergio Altamira. But with the team now looking like this, I've never been more confident going into a campaign. I think it's safe to say we've done a cracking job in this transfer window. We sold a whole bunch of players and we brought in 3 very good ones. Players that will hopefully help this Watford team finally get European football. But I've got to level with you lot, these stats to me don't look promising, man. I don't feel like we got top 6 football. But on paper, guys, you can't pick a fault with it. Not only is everybody improved, everybody's happy. And it's no wonder, to be honest, because we've got top 4 football. We've got Champions League football next year. I would have happily settled for the Conference or Europa, but we skipped both of them and gone straight to the big boy competition. We still did diabolical in the FA Cup though, round 3 against Liverpool. And the Carabao Cup's even worse. But we've got to look at the bigger picture, guys. We are in the Champions League next year with these teams, and truth be told, guys, I fancy our chances of doing pretty damn well, especially when Atletico Madrid have won the UCL. Now, I'm not saying they're a bad team, but there's definitely stronger teams in this competition that didn't win it over them, which means providing we get a decent enough budget to work with, we could legitimately turn this Watford team into not only a participant but a contender to win it next season. And guys, for once I'm working with a board that actually wants me to succeed. We've got just under 100 million. And I'm telling you, we can do wonders with this team with that kind of money. We just need to figure out where to put it. And I think I know one place to put it, guys. A new right midfielder in place of Quadwo Bar. I mean, he's mid-20s now, 80 rated. He's been with us since the beginning, so I don't really want to do this, but he's really slowed down in terms of progression. And it's the same with Georgie Chakfed Tadzi. I mean, he's almost 30 years old himself now and he's only 80 rated. I mean, both of them have been with us since the very beginning, but in order to go forward, we've got to leave some players behind. And we've also got to replace them, which is exactly what I've begun to do by spending 29 million on Valentin Carboni. Only 23 already, 82 rated, and as you can see, he's very versatile. I think he's going to be a cracking signing long term. Just like Ahmad will be, as he's 25, 85 rated. Amazing stats for a winger. He just needs to improve his finishing and he will legitimately be a demon on the right hand side of the pitch. And because his contract was expiring, we only had to spend 42.6 mil to sign him on a 5-year deal. And that leaves us 16 million to spend, and once again, I know exactly where we're putting that money. I said when the time's right, we'll rebuild this squad, and I feel like with 16 million to spare, the time is certainly right. So I've had another dig through that free agents list, and I found all 4 of these players. Granted, they're on the wrong side of 30, but for at least another couple of years, they'll all do a job from the bench. And now not only does the team look insane, but so does the bench. I mean, to be fair, there's quality in every single position. We've got no excuse this year to not do well. But apparently the boys didn't get that memo because we're 15th after 3 games. Like, what is going on? All I'm saying is we better do better in the UCL, because the way that we've worked this transfer window is to make sure that that happens. But I've officially done all I can. It's time to see if what we've done has actually worked. And I'd say, did you know we were 2nd in the Premier League and we were only 3 points away from winning the entire thing? I've got to admit though, guys, part of me is gutted we didn't pull it off. We are still awful in the FA Cup though, round 3 against Sunderland. In the bottle jobs knocked us out to the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we're moving on. And we're moving on to a very strong UCL performance. We are 4th in the league phase. We go straight through to the round of 16, where we've smashed Bayern Munich, but lost 4-2 to Leverkusen. Oh my god, it's them again. Are you taking the mick? They're coming back to haunt me again, aren't they? I thought I left that behind. But truth be told, I can't even be mad at the team, man. Look at the state of it at the minute. I mean, just remember what we started with and look at how good it is now. I mean, you look at the stats too, guys. Everybody got a piece of the action. Especially Amad Diallo, though. 35 goal contributions in 54 games. That's a cracking debut season. But as good as the team is, we've got to somehow try and make it better, because AC Milan are the best team in the world at the minute. Which means they're the team to beat next year, which means we've got to somehow make this team better than AC Milan. And I think the way to do that is by being brutal, by fiercely replacing Rocco Vata. I mean, I really don't want to do this because I wanted him to be endgame, but he's got to be replaced because he isn't good enough. There's also Joe Gomez, but I already knew this was going to happen. He's just a short-term solution to a long-term problem. As for the rest of the team, I can't really pick a fault with it. It's just these 2 positions, and once they are sorted out, guys, we take Watford one step closer to becoming the best team in the world. So here we are, guys, season 6 of Watford, and as you can see, we're not messing around. Vata and Gomez have been sold just to make sure we got enough money to get to our end goal. I mean, we've got 179 million to spend, guys. That is definitely going to at least make a dent into us winning the UCL. And the only thing I want to do is replace these pair with that money, because quite frankly, the rest of the team, including the bench, doesn't need anything doing to it. And after looking for a fair while, I found a suitable replacement, guys. Claudio Echeverri from Brighton, 23, 85 rated. He's absolutely rapid with fantastic passing and dribbling. If we just bump his finishing up a little bit, he will be perfect. Now, I was a little more picky with the centre-back because we need one that can fit a three-at-the-back formation, but Conchalo Iheanacho certainly can. He's got the physicality for it, defending, and more importantly, he's quick enough to pull it off. And there we have it, guys. For the combined total of 128.9 mil, we signed both of these players. And those pair truly do complete the team, man. We haven't got a single weakness anywhere in our squad now. And considering we're once again in the UCL with the intentions this time of winning it, that really bodes well for us. And to be fair, we've had a stronger start to the Premier League campaign. After 3 wins, we're inside the top 10. I think this could be the year we pull it off, ladies and gents. Granted, I could very well be wrong, but our team has literally never been stronger. So we're simulated to the end of the season, and you guys ain't going to believe this. We are second in the league once again, this time to the other side of Manchester, freaking United. You can't write that, can you? Second to City, second to United, both by 1 or 2 points as well. And ironically, the other side of Manchester knocked us out of the FA Cup. But we won the Carabao Cup, so at the very least, we have won something with Watford this year. And that singular trophy could turn into the double, as we had a fantastic run in the league phase, undefeated. And we've got our revenge on Leverkusen in the round of 16. We've smashed Benfica, and we beat PSG in the semis. We're playing Madrid in the final. I'll be real though, I don't know why I'm surprised, man. Our team is legitimately scored. Saying that though, Madrid's team is no pushover. That front three alone is absolutely terrifying with the back three. But something tells me they ain't pulling stats like ours, man. I mean, just look at Ahmad, Omega, Altamira, for goodness sake, Dali Bashiru as well. Also as well, very quickly, Victor Johansson, 89 rated. I know how good this guy is in real life, but I did not expect him to be our endgame keeper when I signed him in Season 1. Fair play. But Johansson is part of an exceptional side, man. One that's got to take on Real Madrid in the UCL final to become the best team in the world. And honestly, I feel like we can pull it off. I mean, I'm a bit shaky about the three-at-the-back formation, but we'll see what happens. But despite being snubbed for the Premier League title 2 years in a row by both sides of Manchester, we have our shot of redemption. All we got to do is beat Real Madrid and we win the UCL. Now, I think this is going to be very interesting because we're playing a three-at-the-back formation, and playing teams in the past when they've got this formation, it's insanely easy to break them down, so I'm hoping it's not going to be the same situation for us. But we do have Altamira. He's in behind Real Madrid. Can take a shot. Oh, forces the save. Ahmad to take the corner. First 5 minutes of the game this is, by the way. Oh, come on. Get ahead on it. Dali Bashiru. Carboni on the ball. Okay, he's got a bit of room to run into. Can we take a dink with that? Oh, what a goal that would have been. Here we go. We got another chance to hit Madrid on the break. Amad Diallo. He's got so much pace. Look at him go. Oh, my. Oh, freaking. I just ran straight into a brick wall. Here come Real Madrid. Okay, they're in behind. Oh, that's good save from Johansson. Good keeping. Got to be careful when Madrid push forward. But look who we've got pushed forward. Oh my god, Amad Diallo. Oh, what a freaking goal. Amad Diallo with an absolutely insane solo goal. I mean, look at this. It just goes past defenders like that. Why are they not even putting a tackle in? Nah, that's sus for Ultimate. I swear Ultimate difficulty so wacky, man. I mean, one time you'd barely beat them. The other, I mean, oh, for God's sake, I talk about it being wacky. I can't even stop them scoring. That's completely my fault. I should have shut me gob and defended there, but nope, I had to talk, didn't I? Well, there we go. It might be a bit unreliable sometimes, but when it wants to, it can freaking nail you. And here they come again. They're trying to push through the centre, but that really hasn't worked. Now we get a chance to break. Okay, Omega, can we find him? We can. He's strong enough to hold him off. Can we find somebody making a run? Yes, we can. Amad Diallo's there. Okay, can we find this over the top? That's beautiful. Pull it back. Oh, this is gorgeous. Please. Oh my god, what a goal. Pit that out of your net, Real Madrid. That's probably one of the best team goals I've scored so far in FC 25. I am happy with that. Amad Diallo over to Carboni. He pulls it back. I mean, I think that's Dali Bashiru there waiting for it. I believe it is as well. And I mean, basically an open net for it. One way or the other though, ladies and gents, we are once again in the lead. And this time we are defending it. Well, we're going to try to anyway. Vinny's in behind. Freaking great save, Johansson. But here they come again. again. Oh my God, again, what a save. And here we are in the second half, ladies and gents. They're pushing forward. They're trying to find Mbappe. They found him. Another save, Johansson. Johansson, by the way, is low-key being the most important player for us in this entire video so far, man. The guy's just been goated from start to finish. Kind of like in real life for Stoke City as well. Here comes Amad Diallo. We're going to find that run. Omega, okay, if we can cut into... Oh my God, that's Garby 3. Surely, what a freaking goal, Omega. He cuts inside, puts it onto his stronger left foot, and Alisson Beckett, you might be one of the best keepers in the world, but even you ain't saving that. I mean, look at that. He ball rolls inside, sends Real Madrid's defender for a freaking trip to Spain, and that is in the back of the net. And now we have a little bit of breathing room, but I'm not taking this for granted. It's Real Madrid, for goodness sake. And this is what I mean, man. Oh my God, Johansson again. Bro, how many saves is he going to make in this game, man? It's actually ridiculous at this point. As here we have Peroni. Okay, I'm waiting for a run. I'm waiting for a run. Okay, I see that run. Come on. Dali Bashiru, he's got there. Oh my God, fair play to him. He's really got there. Oh my God, this is going to be 4-1 to Watford against Real Madrid. I mean, when you got a 6'5" goal machine up top for you, what do you expect? That was a perfect counter-attack as well. Bashiru does beautifully taking it down in Omega. I mean, he's never missing, is he? And now we can start to relax a bit because at 4-1, I don't care who you are. You ain't coming back from that. But here comes Mbappe. Oh my God. As we have Carboni on the ball, we're looking for Omega. Oh my God, he's on for his hat trick. Okay, and are we going to get it? We are with a ding. 5-1 to us against Madrid, 15 minutes to go. This could legitimately turn into 7 or 8-1 at this point. But Omega gets a hat-trick, dinking Alisson of all keepers. I mean, look at that for a shot, man. Fair play. So here comes Mbappe. Real Madrid are not freaking giving up, but neither's Johansson. Oh my God. Does Johansson realise his clean sheet's gone? Because he's determined not to concede any more goals. Echeverry. No way. Oh my God, what a goal! I thought the Madrid defender blocked it initially. That's why I kind of thought it messed up. But oh my God, the dip on that was disgusting. And the streak of scoring bangers in Champions League finals continues with that. I mean, I am on a roll lately. And there is the full-time whistle. The game is officially over. 6-1 it finishes. I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, the game was long done after the 60-minute mark, but the game is officially over, with Watford now officially being the best team in the world. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the easier teams I've done in FC25, but I did call that at the very start of this video. It took us 6 years with this Watford team to take them from the Championship to lifting that very Champions League trophy we strived for at the start of Season 1. We've made them the Champions League winners, which means my job is done. If you have enjoyed this video of Watford and want to see more content like this, drop it a big old thumbs up. Let's hit 1k likes on this video and smash that subscribe button whilst you're at it. And if you want to watch more videos of mine right now, YouTube recommends you watch this one.